Modern marketing changes fast, and great marketers need an edge. Marketers from challenger brands need to be especially brave. This season, all our guests are from challenger brands. Join us as they unveil the strategies and tactics behind the risks that they've taken. They'll talk about the biggest, boldest marketing campaigns that got their brand noticed and made an impact in the industry. Hosted by Brave Software and me, Donnie DeVoren, head of sales at Brave. Join me to get fresh, new perspectives and the inspiration to say yes to brave marketing moments. You're listening to a new episode of the Brave Marketer Podcast, and I think you're really gonna like this one because our most popular episodes so far were all about crypto, one about taxes and one about NFTs with Luke. And this week, we're going to talk to Shiran Herzberg, and he's the head of media at eToro. They're a huge exchange. He's worked there for the last 10 years, and he's leading the media buying and performance team, along with helping eToro's brand marketing. And then secondly, I like how we're talking to another challenger brand. And when I think about the challenger brands, I think about there's two sets of challenger brands for eToro. So first of all, you have E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Ameritrade, and eToro is definitely challenging those brands that have been around for maybe some of them close to 100 years. I don't know if that long, but and then the other hand, you have Coinbase, Gemini, Crypto.com, and eToro is also challenging those brands. So there's really two sets. And in this one, we're going to talk about how closing media deals in the crypto market comes with a lot of risk. It's not so easy to just run media and then hope that performs well. You could end up spending a lot of money and wasting it. And some of the biggest opportunities for crypto companies getting around regulations and being really smart when you're doing your marketing. But before we get into today's episode, we want to highlight our Brave Pick of the Week. Every episode we choose a brand that has run an ad campaign with Brave, and this week we're choosing Columbia Sports. And Columbia used Brave's sponsored image to kick off their fall campaign for outerwear. And the lifestyle imagery got the attention of millions of Brave users in the US. And they're just another example of a mainstream branding advertising on the Brave Ads platform to reach this audience that you really can't reach anywhere else because our audience doesn't see programmatic ads or YouTube ads because we block a lot of the programmatic ads and third-party ad trackers. I want to have a very quick reminder to all of our listeners to download the Brave browser if you're not using it. I'm sure many of you are already using it. And if you're not using it, it'd be great if you were to opt into advertising. And you can do that in the little triangle right to the right of the URL bar and opt into ads. And if you're not a Brave user, it's really easy to download Brave. Go to brave.com, 6 clicks to download, upload all your bookmarks, set as your default browser. You can do it all under 3 minutes. And with no further ado, here's today's episode of The Brave Marketer. Shiran, welcome to the Brave Marketer Podcast. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you on. We've been working with each other for what seems like a couple years. I remember our first meeting together, and I was in New York City, and obviously you were in Israel, and you were negotiating pretty hard with me on some CPA pricing. So I'll never forget it. And since then, we've met nearly every single week through the pandemic, and we've had a great relationship. So I'm so excited you're finally on the podcast.
Happy to be here. Yeah, we started way back, like a few years back, and we just got stronger and stronger together. So yeah.
Why don't you tell our listeners, what's the most exciting thing you're working on right now?
So eToro is offering zero commission stocks in Europe for quite a long time, and we're about to offer it in the US. So we're currently operating in the US and offering crypto for investing and trading. And we're going to add the zero commission feature with copy trading in the US, which is something pretty big for us. We're very excited for it.
Yeah, I love the idea of copy trading. I was almost thinking about creating my own portfolio as an investor and people could copy me. And my idea was going to be have a portfolio of all the advertisers that are advertising with Brave. And I say that because all of the up and coming crypto projects advertise with us. And I always say to myself, if I had just bought their token when they started advertising with us, I'd be a rich man. So imagine a whole portfolio like that.
So actually, in eToro, you can do it. So basically, we have partners' portfolios, and we can work with partners that offer added value. And if they come with a smart strategy, we'll let them open and operate a portfolio on eToro. For example, we are partnered with the Thai, and they have their own system where they track sentiments on Twitter, and they can see negative and positive comments about Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. And they take decisions based on the sentiments, and you can invest in them, and it will be automatically based on whatever the sentiment is. So if you can build a portfolio that is based on something that has added value, you can actually do it on eToro.
That's great. And so do the people that create the portfolios make money off of the people that are copying them?
So there's smart portfolios and there's copy trading. Under copy trading, you can copy other people or traders, investors, however you want to call them, that are trading on eToro. So we have over 20 million users that are trading on eToro or investing. And there's the entire social element that is unique to eToro, and we invented the copy trade. It's actually our trademark. Back in 2012, we added it to eToro. So whoever is trading on eToro has a portfolio, and if it decides to show it, you can see his stats, you can see the gains, you can see the losses in percentages, you can see risk scores, you can see whatever he's investing in, what his portfolio is it based on stocks, is it based on crypto, and so on. And you can copy him, you can allocate a certain amount, and it will be copied in the same proportion of the action he does automatically under your account, right? So when you copy these people, there is a program called Popular Investor Program, which we basically pay, we eToro pay these traders that have a certain amount of assets under management. So we have a few cool stories about people that actually left their regular day-to-day business and it's became a full-time trader on eToro, and they're getting a much higher salary from investing. And I'm not talking about their gains or profits or losses. I'm talking about them being copied by amount of, I don't know, thousands of traders and having a huge assets under management when they're trading, and they get an income for that. So that's for copy trading, copy portfolio.
How much can a investor that creates one of these copy portfolios, and all these people, let's say 1,000 people are copying them, how much are they making?
So it depends on the amount of assets he is managing. It's not really him managing the money because he's trading for himself. But let's say we have one person copying him with, I don't know, $40 million, and we have another copy trader with 5,000 copiers with less amount of money. The guy with the $40 million will probably generate more money, but not anyone can be in this program. We have restrictions, and we check the people that are coming into the program, because in the end of the day, we want our traders to generate profits in the long term, and we don't want to promote everyone to copy everyone. It's to everyone to copy the better traders so they can evaluate and generate more from the use of eToro.
Cool. Thank you for that explanation. I still don't have a good idea of how much someone's making when people copy them, but that's okay.
So there's two programs, right? One for the US and one for global. Let's see, eToro Popular Investor Program. Now it's divided between units. There's the elite popular investor, and there's different levels. So there's a cadet, there's a champion, there's an elite pro. Now an elite pro investor would have a minimum average monthly AUM of $10 million, and he would make 2 or 2.5% annually. So let's say he's being copied with above $10 million. It could be like $50 million, and he will get 2.5% from it.
Really? Where does the 2.5% come from?
eToro, we pay for it.
2.5% times 10, that's $250,000 a year.
I'm telling you that if you Google some of the investors, you can read really cool articles about them, like the guy that flipped burgers in this food truck that he owned, and he traded in the same time on eToro and basically became one of the biggest traders on eToro, and he closed his truck. Or Jay Nemesis, which is one of our biggest popular investors. His name is not Jay Nemesis, this is his username. So it's J. Edward Smith. He's with eToro for a very long time. And yeah, I think his full-time job is investing in eToro.
So Shiran, why don't we switch over to the marketing side now that we have a good understanding of eToro and the fact that people can copy trades and that you're launching zero fee commission in the US. So this podcast is all about brave marketing moments. Can you tell our users about a brave marketing moment for yourself, either at eToro or in your career?
A good question. So I would say everything that my team and me are doing is brave. So when we promote an eToro, and our marketing strategy is basically oriented to bring active users. When we close media deals, we pay CPCs, we pay CPMs, we take the risk on us. We don't know what the outcome would be, and we are dealing with very big budgets, right? So whenever we close the deal, it's a brave moment for us. All the risk is on us, and we are in charge of making the deal work well.
Can you give our listeners an overview of the crypto marketing landscape and some of the most pressing challenges you are facing? I know that marketing crypto can be very different than selling shoes or washing machines.
So eToro is highly invested in marketing, right? We're working in different marketing channels. We engage with different types of traffic. So if we talk about Google or Facebook, you need to have license. You have your own set of rules to how to promote cryptocurrencies. If you work under the affiliation side or media, you have other restrictions, right? You need to have different disclaimers, and it depends where you're promoting it. So eToro is not only promoting crypto, it's a multi-asset broker. We offer stocks, zero commission stocks, we offer commodities, we offer indices, we offer currencies. So different regulators have different approaches, and you need to work by different regulators' approaches and requirements. So when we buy media, our ads have different disclaimers. The products are a bit different whenever we promote it. Yeah, there's a lot of things to manage. Me and my team are working closely with other internal teams in the marketing and external teams. We're working very close with the legal team and the compliance team to make sure everything we're doing is highly compliant and working under the rules in order to promote and not be banned.
And back to this idea of being brave, when you do the marketing in the crypto world, what makes it brave for you? What's the risk that you're taking?
So specific in the crypto marketing, I feel that the market is highly correlated with the performance of what we will get. We're a brokerage, so we're looking for active users to come and use our platform for the first time when we deal with acquisition. So what I'm saying is, depending on the Bitcoin rate, for example, you're going to spend a lot of money on a certain months to get advertisements around a certain publisher. You're going to pay for it on a CPM or CPC basis. And if the market will crash, you will have less intent of the users, and then the results will be less effective versus a month where the crypto is booming and the intent of the user is higher. So there's a risk of closing media deals in general in the crypto market specifically because it's very correlated with the rates. I feel that you saw it as well working with eToro from the Brave side, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely. There's some really good months that we're working together. And then when the market is down, there are not so good months. And I always say, well, a lot of the other media is stopping. So why don't we spend even more money during a down market? But it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes people just kind of shut the laptop off when it's a down market and they only want to trade when it's exciting and when it's going up, even though they should be buying up when the prices are low.
Yeah, not everybody likes to buy the dip, even though if we look back in time, it's you're sorry for not doing so, I guess.
Yeah. The fear is that nobody ever wants to catch a falling knife, meaning when it's going down really fast, it's, oh, it's down 20%, let me buy. But what if it goes down another 20% or another 30%? So you're always trying to time the bottom, but you don't know when the bottom is.
I get it, but on the other hand, I bought Bitcoin in 2013 and sold it and bought again and sold it. But if I kept it in the entire time, or buying more and more, wealthier, I would say. And back for eToro, when I say it's highly risked and we see better performance when the market is up, the good thing with eToro is we're not offering only crypto, and it's not the main business. It's a part of the business. But again, we also offer stocks and other assets to trade. So eToro is not correlated with the crypto market, but our crypto activity is.
What percent of your marketing dollars are being spent on crypto versus other?
It highly depends on the month. So we have different channels in the marketing that you have buttons that you can press and reduce budgets or scale budgets. And then you have partnerships that it's a year long-term deal that is not depending on the market. And then percentages are different. So let's say I have a lot of media deals. I am committed to a certain amount of funds to spend, and then Facebook, Google, and so on, they can scale very quick and reduce very quick as well. So It really depends on the months in the markets.
Yeah. Where are you not allowed to run crypto advertising right now?
So right now we're not promoting crypto in China. We're not promoting crypto in France. And I think that's pretty much it.
And what about the platforms, the Facebook, the Googles of the world?
I think they're promoting in most regions. I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure they're promoting in all channels. I know that in all regions. I know that in the US we are.
So, what are some of the best performing channels you have worked on that have worked really well for you so far?
So eToro, as I said before, are very oriented to performance. So if we spend money, I would like to spend it online on performance basis, unlike doing brand campaigns or out of home campaigns where you cannot truck your buck to you. So basically, when I spend money, I would like to see return on my systems. I would like to see clicks. I would like to see impressions. I would like to retarget the audience if it's relevant. So mostly online marketing, and then, since I'm the head of media, I would say we have a few very strong publishers that we're working with and for a while, and they are my favorites.
Shiran, what do you think is the biggest opportunity for crypto companies and specifically for crypto marketing right now?
So, for crypto companies in general, I feel that the crypto industry, we're just in the beginning. We will see crypto as a main payment method. We will see it as things that people use to invest and trade. We will see it on the day to day as a technology, right? We already see it adopting, and we have a few buzzwords about crypto like DeFi, NFTs, staking, so on. So it's just the start, and it would not end. So basically, what I feel that whoever is in crypto right now is getting their advantage on others that are not there yet. So that's for crypto companies. And then for crypto marketers, again, they are building relationship with other crypto outlets, with crypto publishers. They're building strategies with them for the long term, and they will have an advantage because they have their own relations and they have something that is working already. They have data whenever they promote crypto. So the crypto marketeers that are working right now in crypto will have a bigger advantage in 5 or 10 years when crypto is much more mainstream.
It feels like when you're inside of the crypto marketing that it's already mainstream, but then you realize it's not even close. What would be the measuring tool for you to say, oh, this is mainstream?
It's a good question. I would ask a 15-year-old if he knows about it, and then a 60-year-old if he knows about it. How well they know about it, that would be your measurement, I guess.
I feel like the brand awareness of crypto and Bitcoin is pretty high. It's just like people aren't using it, people aren't spending with it. Not everybody owns it, not many people own it. So, Sharon, outside of crypto for a second, where do you think marketing and advertising is going over the next couple of years?
Since there's internet, most of the funds for online marketing at least is going to online marketing, and online marketing has its own thing. So privacy and security would be the main concerns for an advertiser these days. So I would say to different levels of tracking or security and privacy of the users.
So, you think that privacy is a bigger deal? How does that change when you're marketing someone in your shoes?
So basically, marketeers today can see a lot of data about their users. They can target users and retarget users, millions of different things, lookalikes or interests or subscriptions to emails and so on. Whenever you don't have the data and you start marketing and pay for display ads or other kind of marketing and you cannot target, you're just wasting money. And you're going to see less conversions because the user is less in intent for your product. That's a phase that the marketeers will need to tackle. There's a very cool browser called Brave. They have this thing where they don't offer cookies and the user have much stronger privacy. But I still feel that we're able to promote eToro there in a very efficient way because I feel that eToro users and the Brave users are basically have the same interests. That's why it's easier for me to work with Brave, even though I have, let's say, less data. But I know Brave is going to the positive place where I would say other browsers are not.
Got it. And is there specific ways that eToro is preparing for a future without cookies besides running with Brave?
We have a lot of different ways we promote. It's not only online, and it's not only through ads and banners, or there's social channels. There's programmatic and mobile, which is a different channel. There's retention channels and social that are organic, right? So there's other ways to promote a brand without cookies, but this would be a concern for marketeers in the future.
So why don't you finish this sentence? I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't started X.
So I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't started driving my crazy fast car and if I hadn't stopped accelerating into blind corners. It's an analogy to marketing, right? If you go fast in your car, you spend a lot of money and you don't know that you need to brake into the corner and you put gas into the corner, it's just going to flip over, right? Or get out of track. Same with the budgets. When you work with marketing, you need to start very strong and you need to know how to optimize and how to hit the brakes when things are not working.
Got it. Once you hit the brake into the corner, do you accelerate out of the corner?
Once you go into the corner, you hit the brake until you hit the apex, right? Once you hit the apex, you straight the wheel and then you can put gas. But inside the corner, you need to brake in order not to shift the weight of your car to the other way. So whenever you hit a brake, the car would go lean forward, or the weight will lean forward inside to the corner. And when you put gas, it will lean out. If you do it inside the corner, you will push out the car from the corner.
And specifically with marketing, can you think of any examples where you're like, whoa, 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 we're spending too much. We need to pump the brake, and then all of a sudden you hit the gas again?
It's basically our day-to-day job. We do a lot of marketing based on CPC and CPM with a lot of different publishers with millions of dollars on stake. And when the publishers are increasing their spend and we see the effect on our end is not the same, we make sure that they slow down. We make sure that they change the ads. We make sure that we optimize, right? We can shift budgets between better performing placements to less performing placements. We can shift budgets between states or countries. We can shift budgets between products, crypto to stocks, depending where you are, and so on. So basically, we always are on the numbers and we know how to brake whenever we need and we know when to accelerate, like marketing and like racing.
Last question for you. Can you nominate another brave marketer that we should have on the show?
So Nicolas van Hoeder, he's the CEO of Delta, the app for tracking your assets. It's both for crypto and stocks and thousands of other assets as well.
Shiran, thank you so much for coming on the Brave Marketer podcast. We're so happy to have you on. And how can people reach out to you?
I'm pretty active on my LinkedIn. Whoever has any question, I'm happy to answer. Thank you very much for having me, Donnie. It was great to be here.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Brave Marketer podcast. I have a question for you. Do you want to stay on top of everything that's going on with Brave ads? Are you a marketer? Do you want to know about our new product launches? Do you want to know about marketing in a cookieless world? Do you want exclusive content and industry insights? Well, there's a very, very easy way to do that. And that's signing up for our Brave Ads Insider newsletter. And you can do that at brave.com/ad news. Again, that's brave.com/ADNEWS. And one other special treat for you listeners. Do you want some Brave swag? Some free Brave swag? Well, if you do, just do two things. Write us a review on Apple Podcasts, and then just tell us that you wrote us a review so we know. Add sales@brave.com. So again, we're going to send you swag. All you got to do is write a review and email us at adsales@brave.com. And finally, musical credits go to my older brother, Ari, and special thanks to Sam and Shez for all their amazing production work. And until next time,